Biology reveals that your prefrontal cortex loses significant processing power the moment your brain perceives 4 seconds of silence as a social threat. You have felt this, the sensation of being backed into a corner, your mind thinking so loudly you are convinced everyone in the room can hear the gears grinding. This is not a personality defect, it is a neurological glitch. When a conversation stalls, your amygdala interprets the void as social exclusion, triggering a cortisol spike that hijacks your working memory. You do not need a list of topics, you need to update your internal firmware for processing social data. Most advice on charisma is neurologically incomplete because it ignores the biological architecture of the silence itself. The first step in reclaiming cognitive control is the voluntary suppression of the social flight response. In reality, the human brain is optimized to discard low-stimulus interactions. Embarrassing silences rarely stick in long-term memory. By remaining comfortable in the absence of noise, you signal neural stability. This silence is not a vacuum. It is a diagnostic period that allows you to observe the other person's baseline anxiety. Once the fear of silence is neutralized, your brain transitions from self-monitoring to active scanning. Listen like a researcher dissecting a text. Every sentence uttered is a compressed file containing heaps of hidden context. A simple statement such as, "I cut my hand on Sunday while working on a car," is not a dead end, it is a map. It contains at least 7 high-resonance data points, the type of vehicle, the frequency of the hobby, and the specific timing of their weekend. This is the English teacher protocol, looking for the subtext that the speaker might not even know they are providing. If you listen with presence, your brain begins to generate questions automatically. By focusing on these micro details, you bypass the amygdala and engage the reward centers of the brain through genuine curiosity. Your conversational range is limited by your neural diversity. If you know nothing and want to know nothing, your social interactions will remain as dry as a snail on a salt flat. Developing your personality through varied interests like psychology, sports, or mechanics builds a robust associative network. You are not learning about a topic to talk about that topic. You are building resonance points. The more diverse your internal database, the higher the probability that a stranger's words will trigger a neural connection in your own mind. There is a striking pattern among high performers. They prioritize learning over social signaling. Asking a question that seems ridiculous, like "Do you mow your own lawn?" or "How tall are you?" is a high-status behavior. It signals a brain that is brave and humble enough to seek data over approval. These curiosity loops break the standard social script and force the recipient's brain to retrieve long-term memories, creating a deeper bond. As long as you are genuinely curious and ask respectfully, the stupid question is actually an invitation for the other person to be the expert. However, even the most advanced analytical engine cannot process garbage data. Some people are simply poor conversationalists or are neurologically unavailable for interaction at that moment. The protocol is clear. Do not water a dead plant. Investing your limited cognitive energy into an uninterested partner or someone you simply do not click with is a strategic error. Detachment ensures your baseline cortisol remains low for the next more valuable interaction. Recognition of a non-functional social loop is a success of the system, not a failure of the person. To update your social operating system, implement the 5-step protocol. Neutralize the threat of silence by recognizing its harmlessness. Execute semantic extraction by finding the hooks in every sentence. Build a high-variance neural database through diverse interests. Deploy curiosity loops to bypass social scripts and paint a better picture of your counterpart. Finally, apply the dead plant filter to conserve your resources. Understanding the mechanics of human connection is just one layer of your neural architecture. Subscribe to update your internal firmware and join the Neural Blueprint community. Stay analytical, stay calibrated.